piston door opens and Johnny gets to do what he does best. Look at this thing. It's hideous. It's efficient. It doesn't even include redstone. It's easy to build. And I'm not talking about me. Thank you very much. I'm talking about ImpulseSV's Iron and Villager Farm. I mean, look at it. It's already produced 2 children. That's more than me. And I'd like to keep it that way. I can't afford that kind of stuff yet. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Paul, and I like to tamper with things. And for those of you that are new, we do have a couple rules. Rule number 1, I can only change 3 things about the machine. These changes can be as large as I want, or they can be as itty bitty as I could possibly imagine. But either way, I can still only make 3 changes. Now, if you want to learn how to build this thing before I tamper with it, then you should head on over to ImpulseSV's video. I will leave a link in the description for that. It's really good for early game. You get your villagers, you get your iron. I don't know why this water looks like this. All right, I think it's time to turn this thing into my personal sleep paralysis demon. I need to figure out what exactly it is I want to fiddle with. And I think I know what it is. That also means that I don't really need this guy. I don't know if those 3 are going to be safe, but I know he's not. Also, if you have not noticed, I do have some resource packs on, and they're kind of great. I'll leave a link to them in the description. They've added some new animations and some new sounds. Oh, what do I do with you? Hey, buddy. Hello. I'm sorry for what just happened to your friends. It's only going to get worse, though. I may have gone a little overboard, and I think it's safe to say that I'm gonna toss out the rule about how many changes I can make. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna full send any terrible idea that I have, and as you can see, I had plenty of terrible ideas. We're just gonna add all of them until I just can't fit any more machine into this space. But it will still work. That is a promise. Unfortunately, I haven't quite fiddled with the iron production part of things yet. Well, I kind of have. There's a lot to explain here, and so let's just everyone meet Johnny. He's a psychopathic serial killer. And then up here is Johnny's mom, who witnesses horrible atrocities on a daily basis. Our 3 stooges over here they're just chilling, they're doing their thing. And above them, we have our lovely farmer, who's trapped in a glass box, and who will never ever be able to keep the carrots that he creates because they're immediately sucked up by a hopper, and then every day those carrots are dispensed to the 3 stooges. Now, unfortunately, he does have to fill his inventory, so it's gonna be a while till you get fed, and there's nothing I can do. Actually, there's a lot of things I can do. I am in creative mode. I could feed you, but I'm just not going to. So on occasion, his piston door opens, and Johnny gets to do what he does best. Johnny's also standing on top of a pressure plate, and that keeps Johnny's mom from seeing the things that he does. Except the second that he leaves to go do his, stabbing, this piston drops back down, and she can witness everything that this beautiful little baby boy can do. Now, in order for this thing to actually still work, I had to do some creative stuff. I didn't want to actually break the machine, like the only rule now, because we got rid of the other rules. I needed to make sure that we could get 3 villagers back in here, which means I needed him to not stand here, because if I delivered new villagers here and he just, asked them a question, well, that would kind of break everything. So I needed a way to get Johnny back in this spot. Previously, he would look at Reggie. He would just kind of stand there. He'd be trapped in this cell, and so I needed a way to get him back into his cell. So Johnny's mom over here, when she drops down, becomes visible, and Johnny, well, his murderous instincts does not stop at family. So Johnny comes back, stares at his mom pops back up, he loses aggro, door shuts, and he's right back here. It's been nice talking to you, but I think that's it. I don't think we need to talk to you, and you're kind of giving me the murder eyes, so we're just gonna. Now I've got all of this stuff to explain down here, so let's just hop right down. Down here, we have the villager collection system. So what happens is babies come down here, they get wet. Oh, buddy. Do you think that's covered by health insurance? So the babies will come down here, they'll swim down, and they get stuck right in this corner. The water pushes them into this corner. Now, their hitbox is too small for them to actually get detected by this observer, and you should be able to see this itty-bitty piece of string. The second that a villager becomes an adult, it's going to have a hitbox large enough to touch the screen. String? I have got to do something about this iron. This is producing iron way too fast. This is unacceptable. So the new adult villager will trigger this system, which very simply, it looks complicated. It literally just spits out a minecart, scoops them up, and sends them on their way. Now over here, all of this redstone, it just counts to 4. I wish I was kidding. That's really all it does. So what happens is every single time a villager comes out, oh, and goodbye. So every single time that a villager comes down this track, it counts how many villagers we have. And every 4th villager, it actually switches where the minecart goes. The first 3 go all the way up here, and they get stored. Why is this on? Should this be on? Actually, I think this should be on. I think this is working properly. God, I hope it's working properly.
No.
But there should be 3 villagers sitting right here waiting for when Johnny gets done with his work. And then once he's back and everything seals up and they're all safe to go, this unlocks, they go on through, and they get dispensed into this little waiting area. The minecarts then, I'm stuck. What's above? It's a hopper. The minecarts themselves just come down here, hit a cactus, and then get sent right back into that dispenser. So what happens to that last villager, though? Because remember, it counts to 4. Well, the 4th villager just gets stored right here. And I guess if you want to use those villagers, you could. I could stop here, but I think I might have an idea of what to do with the 4th one later. So you just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. I've got some ideas brewing. So this railway right here is where the 4th villager is going to go, and it's going to go into storage. But we also have this detector. One resets the system, so we can count to 4 again, but this sends a signal all the way up here, which starts a wonderful journey for a little vindicator. Now, since our 3 musketeers over here need food in order to actually make villagers, they're not going to do that for a little bit because homie, well, he still needs to make a lot of carrots. So for now, I can't really show the system working without doing some creative mode stuff. So we're just going to grab a little bit of this, and then we're going to go down here, and we're going to add a 1 friend and wait for him to get picked up. And I don't know why there's a second. Let's pick up a 2nd friend and a 3rd friend. Okay, I'm not sure what happened because I sent 3 villagers through and they were supposed to not be dead. They are very dead. So be like, why are there so many phantoms? Everything is going wrong. Give me like 10 minutes. I don't suppose you know how to fix this, because I don't know. I fixed our issue. We just needed to install a little bit of an AND gate, and now when this gets powered, it pulses just long enough to get everyone through and into the right spot. So this is officially fixed, but I also did one other thing in between clips. Down here, I've installed a little circuit to deal with some of this iron that we've been producing. See this line of hoppers, which connects to where previously there was a chest, runs into this dropper. This dropper chucks everything into this hole. And what's at the bottom of the hole? Cactus. Now, the beautiful thing about this cactus is that it destroys roughly 1 out of the 4 items that gets dropped down here. And I think our iron golems have been dropping about 3 or 4 items. Now, the mud is technically less than a full block, so the hoppers underneath grab everything else that isn't destroyed. Any of the items that get picked up by the hoppers are going to go into a water column, and those items get stuck in the cobweb for a little bit, plop down into this water stream, and they end up here. A skeleton ended up falling down the hole. I did not push him. I definitely pushed him. Now, personally, I still think these rates are a little bit too decent, and so I've got something planned, which is going to involve this and that, but we'll get to the mystery blue circuit in a second, because as you can see behind me, I've been planning a new change. All right, you're not supposed to be here. Go on, get you. I don't know why you're still following me. The next time that I do a redstone build, don't let me add building to it. This is taking way too long. All right, it's done. Reggie's roller coaster is all set. It's decorated. So enjoy this cinematic of us joining Reggie on his relaxation roller coaster one time around. Now that we have Reggie's roller coaster installed, it takes him about 2 minutes or so to pass through that chamber and only possibly scare the villagers into creating an iron golem. If he doesn't scare them, then we have to wait another 2 minutes. He gets to go on another nice, relaxing ride around the circle, and the allay is still there. Please help. It's been following me. I think it's called me Dad. Now that we have that in place, it's time to build this. And I'm not gonna lie, this was only a concept, and I didn't like the concept, so I'm kind of back to the drawing board. So this is gonna take some extra time. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this. Maybe I'll put a frog on screen. Just enjoy the frog. Come on, new Reggie, pick up the sword. Pick up the sword. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
I don't know how that mushroom got out. Please don't ask me. I think we are finally ready for a full demonstration. So Reggie has to go do a lap. Why is there an empty minecart there? And I guess that just does not bother Reggie. Okay, we are now going to simulate the production of a 4th villager and all that it entails. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to cry. We now have a child. It's just as if they had been given carrots today, and I need that kid to leave the bed. It's fine. We'll wait. We'll wait. I have accidentally slowed the machine down even more, considering the fact that villagers are idiots and he won't leave the bed. Well, since Chuckles here doesn't really want to leave the bed, we're just gonna have to take matters into our own hands. Oh my god, I forgot you were there. This is gonna be a problem. Is your hitbox gonna get in the way? So we're gonna imagine that we just got an adult villager, and he is definitely going to be a problem. Stop it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, not the grass. Minecart. Huh. Okay, just flawless. Perfect redstone. The door gets opened, and we get this little dude's discoing as his entire family is being murdered. It's just what's happening. And now Johnny sees his dad. Please do not ask why we have Johnny's dad. We don't need to talk about what happened to his mom. Oop. No. Oh, Johnny's mom. Johnny's mom, you shouldn't have made the escape attempt. You're too tall. No. Kid, what? Where are you going? Oh. You know, you were so close to freedom. You know that? Goodbye. So now we're just waiting for these 3 to go in, and there is quite a bit of time left on the timer. So in the meantime, we're going to go look and see what happens to everything else. So, as I mentioned before, all of our iron and poppies come in here. Some of them get killed by that cactus, but now they go into this item dropper chain, and they end up in that building. Similarly, hello, Mr. Mushroom. How are you? God, the eyes are just soulless. Over here, all of our villagers have gone into that little room. So as you may recall, we've got this line coming in here, which is going to put all of our iron into these chests, which will then put them into all of these different droppers. Over here, we have a spot where we've got a whole bunch of villagers that have been dropped off. It's like villager daycare, but with locks and lava. You know, it's really not like daycare at all. Now, above me is a whole lot of redstone, which I can give a little bit of a look-see-peek-see. See, redstone. And all of that determines randomly on whether or not you get your villagers or you get your iron. These doors will only open if a lightning rod above them gets hit. Now, what's interesting is that if the iron doors open for your iron ingots, then down below over here, a pit of lava opens and you lose all of your villagers. In the same way, if you get access to your villagers, then over here, all of these droppers activate and you lose all of your iron. You have a 50-50 chance on whether or not you get to keep all of your iron or all of your villagers, and you can only even access this room during a thunderstorm. So, you know, have fun with that. And now I think it's time for a demonstration. Oh look, a really convenient thunderstorm. Thanks, Minecraft. Yay! And now we just have to wait for the building to get hit by lightning. Any day now.
3:28 a.m.
Oh, the door opens. There we go. And now the next lightning strike that hits this building, we're going to find out whether or not we're keeping the iron or if we're going to get rid of the villagers.
It's a nice day we're having.
And now I realize that we're waiting for lightning again. Oh my god.
3 days later.
Oh. So, as you can see, we get to keep all of our villagers. Hey guys. And everything that was in storage is now go. Why is there an iron sword? That's not an iron sword. Why is there a wooden sword? Well, I guess you get to keep one ingot. Now, if the other lightning rod were to get hit, these doors would open up, and these guys.
Oh, I'm dying.
And you know what? I think that's all I have time for, because I still have to actually edit all of this, and oh, I guess I'm not allowed back in there anymore. So we started by adding murder, then we added just a wonderful, joyous roller coaster that Reggie is completely stuck on. We added a cactus that destroys most of the drops that come out of this thing, and we only get to keep one out of every 4 villager, and even then, they might die in there. I think this place is sufficiently ruined. If you can think of Mother Nature, I need you to stop. Wait a minute. Oh, yay, look at that. The weather cleared up so conveniently. Yay. On that note, I'm going to call it here. If you can think of another farm that I can just make abjectly horrific, please. Oh my god, that was eerie. Leave a like if you like the video. Leave a comment of another farm you want me to mess up. And have a good day.